Sagittarius, it's Amanda here with your September 2016 Runescope. This month I'm going to be once again using my trusty Golden Tarot by Cat Black in conjunction, of course, with the rune stones here in my rune bag. I will then be drawing over on my Vimeo page one card from the Fairies Oracle by the magnificent and talented Brian Froud. That's for your spiritual guidance. That will give us some more insight or spirit advice on how to handle anything that's coming up for you in September. So you can find that link below. Just tap or click that little arrow beneath the video to go to my Vimeo page for that. And you can check it out there. But let's see which runes want to speak to my Saggies for September 2016. So you can always also check out the video for your rising sign, Sagittarius. I always encourage people to do that because it can give you additional information about areas or issues that may be coming up for you. It could lend some light on the same situation. Sometimes they will be similar, your sun and rising sign readings, but other times they will kind of give you different aspects on different areas of life. If you would like something far more specific, where you don't have to kind of guess which messages are for you and which are not, you can contact me at runescopesforyou@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. It's here in the video and below the video. And we can set up a Skype session. Those are $65 for 30 minutes. And we can take a look at whatever you are most concerned with at this time. Or just if you want to see what, get an idea of what's going to be going on for you for the next 9 to 12 months. My private readings tend to cover quite a lot of ground, a long time frame. So right now we're just looking at a month. So yeah, if you would like something far more specific and longer, you can contact me for that. I have been mentioning, several people, actually, yeah, a few people have been contacting me over and over again, asking for my schedule, but then never setting up an appointment with me. And some of these stretch back years. So I'm not talking about just a few messages. It's like over and over again. Just a heads up, I do stop responding to those messages after a while. Just because I'm a one-person operation, I do have to focus my energy on people who are, serious about booking with me. And this is like, 99.5% of the people who contact me are serious. They're ready to book an appointment. But I just wanted to kind of put that out there. Serious inquiries only. Do contact me when you're ready to book. Now, I understand people have crazy schedules and, my schedule may not work with yours. That's fine. It's the same every week, but just get in contact with me. We'll see what we can work out. But let's see, Sagittarius, I'm just kind of taking the lay of the land here. The challenge or focus position here comes up as Justice in reverse. So, and with the runes here coming out, there's a situation, and I think it's going to be different for all of you, but for some of you, this seems to be coming up as in a partnership situation, and others it could be like, at work, in a business relationship. But you feel like you've been treated unfairly or taken advantage of. And this could come up in the month of September, and it could kind of come out of nowhere where you kind of find out that you've been used or taken advantage of. Some of you may feel like you've put yourself in this position. Maybe you took on extra work knowing that this was not going to end well. No, maybe someone left and you were like, okay, well, you were asked to take on their duties and you did for a while, and then but you never got a pay raise, and maybe you were promised that and it never sort of materialized. So, and you're now kind of finding out that they're not going to replace that person. These duties are now yours, although you haven't gotten any sort of compensation for it, or even, recognition with a title change or something. So, there can be some frustration around a situation where, yeah, you feel like you've been let down, you've been taken advantage of. And maybe this is something for some of you, you may feel like, why does this keep happening? Why does this, you know, what have I been... For some of you, you may find that this is a repeated pattern in different areas of life, you know. You may be making a connection. Well, this happened to me at work, but it's also happened to me in my personal life too. So why do I keep being drawn to these situations where people are going to kind of take advantage of me here? Now, September is a month where we do have a Mercury retrograde, Sagittarius. So the first 3 weeks of September, I would see how things play out. Things could be very changeable. But yeah, there may be issues coming up from the past. It's kind of, or work situations coming up from the past. It's like maybe I already asked for this once and they said it would come back around, that they would consider giving me a raise or a title change, and they haven't. And, you know, it still hasn't happened. So, now the Ace of Cups is here as well in the reverse. So for some of you, this is a disappointment in a partnership. This is a disappointment in a partner, for lack of a better word. The Ace of Cups in reverse is kind of like, you know, the love is being poured out, or our emotions are being poured out. And maybe what we felt for someone, as new information comes to light, if this is how it's playing out for you. And again, watch your rising sign. This is not going to apply to all of you. You know, some of you, this could be any relationship. Doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. It could be, you know, a family member, a friend, someone you're close to, a sibling, a relative, someone who's let you down. You feel taken advantage of your goodwill, taken advantage of your feelings for them, the fact that you're related or the fact that you care about them, to, yeah, use you in some way. You feel like you've been made vulnerable to them. Now for some of you, this could have something to do with money. This could have, you know, maybe a partner spent money that was yours, or maybe they spent too much money on a big ticket item, didn't tell you about it, or something similar came up for Leo. Maybe someone left a job and then didn't tell you. Your partner left a job, left work, and didn't tell you about it, and they've been pretending to go to work every day, or something like that. Or maybe you're doing that, Sagittarius. But I feel like for most of you, this is the other person, because you're the one that's feeling like, because this is the card of the present situation, and the present being September, is that you're feeling like your emotions have been just, you know, you've used up all the emotions you have. You've given away all the benefit of the doubt you can give to someone, and you're just drained. You're emotionally drained. So now this could be saying this is just, you know, a partnership, a person that is emotionally draining to you, or a work situation that is emotionally draining to you. And, you know, you just feel like you're being taken advantage of. The help that's going to be available, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. And we've got Thor's rune here, which is a good sign. I feel like you're going to understand at some point in September, Sagittarius, that there was no action you could have taken to rectify this. It seems like maybe you did try to take action to rectify this, and it was just, you know, so it's not, you're going to feel good about the fact that, you know, I've done everything I can do. So now I'm at the point of figuring out why this keeps happening to me, if this is a repeating pattern. And the thing is, you've got a lot of protection around you, and I think you're going to be in the right place at the right time to find a solution. This could be good advice coming to you from someone. There's just going to be a lot of power available to you if you look outside your normal circle, Sagittarius, in September. And I feel like you've got a lot of protection. You guys are in a lesson period. You do have Saturn in your sign until the end of next year. So we're right smack in the middle of Saturn and Sagittarius, which You know, Saturn is the taskmaster. Nothing is easy when Saturn is in our sign. But what we do work for, we work hard for, the rewards that we receive, and we appreciate them all the more. And I do feel like what you realize in September, and many of you have probably already realized this relationship or this job or this combination of the two is a lesson that you are in the middle of. It's a life lesson. It's something you signed up to learn before you came here. And, there's a pattern here for many of you that once you see it, once you recognize it, you're going to be able to avoid it in the future and recognize those signs of, and I feel like September is kind of the aha moment. It's the awakening moment of, why am I staying in this relationship that makes me just feel absolutely exhausted? I'm just drained. I have nothing left to give emotionally, even physically for some of you. Some of you, this could be affecting your health. Or, why do I stay in these jobs that are, not rewarding and they're not what I want to do anyway? And there's no creativity and there's no emotional stimulation. It's just, same old every day. It's not even close to what I want to do with my life. Sorry about that, Sag. Had to replace the batteries. So, part 2. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of power available to you when it comes to breaking the cycle on any kind of relationship or situation that has been emotionally draining. And because you have so much spiritual support, I feel like they're going to really kind of help you see what's been going on. Because sometimes when we're in the middle of it, honestly, when you're learning a lesson, you're the last person to see the pattern or see the lesson. It's just a lot harder for you to get it, because if you get it right away, you're not going to go through it and learn from it. So, what must be accepted about September? We've got the 4 of Wands in reverse. I've got bad lighting in here right now, so the sun was out and then it went away. So yeah, with the 4 of Wands in reverse, this could be a reunion or an event that has to be put off or postponed. Or it could be an event where you just feel like it turns out maybe not as you were expecting. 4 of Wands in reverse is not a horrible card. It just means that, something is maybe not as exciting as you thought it was going to be, or something isn't turning out the way that you wanted it to turn out. And this tends to have something to do with an event or celebration or some sort of coming together. You may feel like people are at this, I'm seeing a party for many of you, or some kind of an event, maybe even a work party or a work get together, where you just feel like people are kind of like they'll stop talking when you come over, or you feel like people are talking about you, or they're, interfering in your business is what I'm getting. Is maybe a lot of people know your business and you're not digging it. Like, why do all these people know what's going on? Maybe your partner is talking to people and telling them your private business and you're like, hey, what's going on here? Or maybe you feel like your partner is telling their friends and family certain things and you're like not being told what's going on. Now the good news is there will be communication coming to you from someone who is honest and truthful and has your best interest at heart. So you may be some of you may be making inquiries, kind of trying to find out what's going on. And you'll get, some straightforward information or advice or the truth from someone communicating with you. For some of you, this could be communication with family or friends that maybe you haven't spoken to in quite some time. You may be getting some honest, open feedback or communication from someone because you reach out to them or from them. But yeah, with this rune in reverse, this is like people who have no business knowing your business, people who aren't connected to you at all, being up in your business. So like coworkers, acquaintances, like, you know, people that you're not really super close to, interfering. Also be careful of biased advice. Because I feel like there is someone that you could get some honest, detached advice from, because they have no connection to the situation, no concern about an outcome. They're not attached to any particular outcome. And you would get honest advice from them, but there are other people around that are too attached, or you know, would only give like a biased advice, or it would be based on totally their experience rather than, you know, some people can only give advice based on their own experience. They can't really detach and analytically look at a situation from that viewpoint. So you have to kind of steer clear of those kind of people if you're needing some direction from others, or just kind of talking to someone. Make sure it's someone you know you can trust, who has maybe nothing invested in the situation. Some of you could be at a work party and you're just hearing about, you know, some things that concern you maybe regarding the stability of the company. And wondering where this is going, because yeah, it does seem to be a time of disruption and delays around the work situation in September, Sag. Now the outcome at the end of September, you've got the Seven of Cups, so this is talking about a lot of options available to you, and maybe you're not seeing them. That's what I'm feeling, because we've got the rune of Sobolu, but it's in reverse. So you're either not seeing all the opportunities available to you, or maybe Sag, some of you are struggling with low self-esteem. You don't feel like you can change a situation. You don't feel like you can talk to whoever you need to talk to about getting a raise, getting a promotion, getting recognized for the contribution that you're dealing with. Or maybe you feel like there are, you know, you have to stay in this relationship, or you have to stay in this situation because no one else will want you. And that's an illusion. With the Seven of Cups, there are many opportunities available to you. In fact, so many that it can be overwhelming. Maybe it's overwhelming to think of leaving this situation just because, you know, what would happen. Now this can also be a card of overindulgence, drinking too much, sleeping too much, eating too much, smoking too much, whatever your vice of choice may be. In order to kind of drown out these thoughts, or, you know, escape. But, you know, the old saying, the problems will still be there. You can't stay drunk all the time, especially if you have a job. Some people do manage to stay drunk all the time, or, you know, but not a way I would recommend living. The problems will still be there. So the sooner you deal with it and just face it head on, instead of putting off taking action, hoping things will get better, because you're just so drained, and that's why you feel like you may be feeling overwhelmed. But you know, it's just one step, put one foot in front of the other, until finally you're out of the situation, or you've changed your situation. So Seven of Cups means if you just reach out a little bit, or just talk to somebody, seek some advice, or kind of look outside whatever this situation is, you're gonna see that you have some options available to you, that great powers available to you to change your situation for the better, change your circumstances for the better, and learn what this pattern is and not repeat it again. You know, when you start taking steps to get out of a situation that you realize is karmic, that you realize this is something I keep repeating, it's a pattern, you're going to be rewarded for taking those first steps. You're going to find that those are the hardest ones, those first ones. Once you get out of that situation, you're going to find that things really start building momentum in a good way. So September is the start, Sagittarius, I think, for recognizing a situation where you haven't been treated fairly. You've really gotten the short end of the deal on something. You know, and to stop letting people use you. It's time to stand up for yourself in September, Sagittarius, and what you're worth. And if someone doesn't want to hear it, then you need to find someone who appreciates you. Either, you know, someone new to be in relationship with, or, you know, a new job where your gifts will be more appreciated, and a job that will be altogether more fulfilling. Because I just feel like a lot of you are in this humdrum kind of situation where, you know, you just dread going to work every day. And a lot of people are in that situation. You're certainly not alone in that boat, Sagittarius. We all have to earn money, but you should always be looking for something better until you find something that is more satisfying to you, and where you're able to really kind of use your gifts and your abilities to the utmost. But that's what I see for September, Sag. Like I said, meet me over on Vimeo. The link is below this video in the details section. I'm gonna shuffle the Fairies Oracle by Brian Froud. Sorry. And we will see what further advice, spiritual guidance we can get for you in the month of September. We'll see which fairy wants to talk to you and give you some more insight about September. So meet me over there, and I will see you back here next month for your October Runescope. Thanks for tuning in.